Hi guys, welcome back to Red Flag Radio F1 YouTube channel. I'm Rishabh and today I'm taking you through everything you need to watch out for in the Bahrain Grand Prix. We have already been here this season for pre-season testing in February and now under the floodlights of Sake, we are back for some real racing. The vibes feel familiar from the pecking order we saw during the testing, but don't let that fool you as there's so much brewing beneath the surface this weekend. So let's dive straight in. Alright, let's start with the team that's in a league of their own at the moment. McLaren. These guys have come out swinging again, with Lando Norris topping FP1 while Oscar Piastri got P1 in FP2. At the moment, their pace isn't just quick, it's controlled, confident, and even consistent. They're strong in every area: high speed corners, traction zones, braking, you name it. Watching them run their long stints, it honestly felt like they were running in a different race altogether. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but McLaren might be too strong for any other on this track. Now sliding over to Mercedes. George Russell is putting in some serious work behind the scenes. The car might not be up there with McLaren yet, but George is squeezing everything out of it. In FP2 especially, his consistency stood out lap after lap, hitting the marks. He's looking like the one most likely to pounce if the McLaren duo slips up, and he feels really confident in that car from the first race of this season. So you can't count him out for a sneaky podium or maybe even more if something wrong happens at the top. On the other hand, Kimi Antonelli continues to show his raw pace in FP2 as he finished in top 5 for Mercedes after missing the majority of FP1. Let's talk Ferrari because there's pressure and then there's Ferrari level pressure. They've brought a significant floor upgrade this weekend and it's meant to improve stability and overall grip. And from what I have seen so far, it's starting to work. The car looks far more planted in the technical sections. Leclerc especially seemed more at ease with the rear end and Lewis was dialing it in as well. Considering McLaren is too far and they know it, their main target will be to at least be in a mix for that podium with Max Verstappen and Mercedes. Now, talking about Max Verstappen, well, he's not happy and his exact words were, "We are too slow." And that says a lot. Watching his onboards, the car looks twitchy, especially on corner exits. The rear is sliding and Max is fighting with that car, which sadly is the story of the 2025 season. Now, of course, it's Max we are talking about, and we have seen him turn those bad Fridays into magical Saturdays and Sundays before. But this might be one of those races where he's fighting to stay in the top 5 rather than just pushing for that win. And that's the reality Red Bull are dealing with at the moment. And then there's Yuki Tsunoda who is just struggling with that Red Bull. He got so lost today that he even missed his pit box and he didn't show any pace in the FP2 session. You could feel the tension in the garage, and while Yuki is struggling, Isaac Hadjar is quietly making a name for himself in racing bulls. He looks impressive again this weekend. He's calm, fast, and clean. He's doing exactly what a young driver needs to do, and if he continues to perform like this, he can get some crucial points for racing bulls. Now, something really cool this weekend happened with 6 rookie drivers got seat time in FP1. That's huge, and honestly, they did really well. With Luke Browning for Williams, Dino Beganovic for Ferrari, Felipe Drugovich for Aston Martin, Rio Hirakawa for Haas, Frederick Vesti for Mercedes, and Ayumu Iwasa for Red Bull. No major mistakes and just that hunger to prove that they belong here. These guys got a proper taste of F1 machinery in live conditions, and it's always refreshing to see some new faces on track. Aston Martin, unfortunately, are nowhere. Fernando Alonso had a bizarre moment with the steering wheel cutting out, like it literally shut off mid corner and just came out. That's wild because, in all honesty, the car looks nervous, the balance is off, and their long run pace is miles away from where they were in 2023. They need some serious upgrades that will work for that car because they are nowhere close to even fight for points when 2 years ago they were fighting for podiums. Alright, let's do predictions. I've been saying this since the first session of this season that McLaren are the team to beat, and I feel that will be the story of this race as well. I feel Lando Norris will take the pole position, but he will get P2 in this race because Oscar Piastri will nail the start and will control the race. He has been getting better and better each weekend, and he will show that he is in that championship with Lando Norris and will try to bridge that gap in the driver's standing. So Oscar Piastri for the win, Lando Norris P2, and I've got Leclerc rounding out the podium with P3, showing that Ferrari upgrade is real and it will work in long run. And for my wildcard, I'm going with Kimi Antonelli for top 4. Why not? Because I feel that kid has got momentum, and Bahrain could be the race where he breaks through and be close to that podium, or maybe even at the top if something goes wrong. Well, that wraps it up. That's everything I'm watching for this weekend in Bahrain. But now it's over to you. What do you think will happen? Will McLaren keep the momentum going? Can Ferrari get in the fight? Or will Max do Max things and somehow make it look easy again for himself? Let me know your predictions in the comments and what are you expecting from this one. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and hit that bell icon. I'll be back after the race with the full breakdown. But until then, enjoy the action and thanks for hanging out here on Red Flag Radio F1 YouTube channel. Goodbye.